Hello everyone, welcome to Site Programming channel. Myself this is Hemant, belongs to Department of IT. Today in this video, we are happy to discuss about bubble sorting technique. Before going to know about bubble sorting, let us know what is sorting. Sorting algorithm specifies the way to arrange data in a particular order, which is nothing but arranging the data in an order. So let us consider an example. I am considering an array of size 5 which is having elements 19, 10, 8, 17, 9. After arranging, which means after sorting, the elements in an array are arranged in this order 8, 9, 10, 17, 19. That means they are in an ascending order from small to big. Likewise, so there are few sorting techniques. They are bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, quick sort, met sort, radix sort, shell sort, heap sort, topological sort. So in this video we are going to discuss about bubble sort. So let us see bubble sort. Bubble sort is a basic algorithm for arranging a string of numbers or other elements in the correct order. So I'm considering the same example which I gave before. I'm considering an array of size 5 which is having the elements 19, 10, 8, 17, 9. So after sorting, the elements should be in the order 8, 9, 10, 17, 19. So let us know the process how they are sorting. In the zeroth iteration, so before going to know about zeroth iteration, so in the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the values 19, 10, 18, 7, 9 are stored respectively. So in the zeroth iteration, the j is initialized with 0. So at the index 0, the element is 19. So we are going to check the condition, that is error of j is greater than error of j plus 1. That is the element in the j, and we are comparing the element in the j and the consecutive element whether they are greater than or not. If it is true, we are swapping those two elements which are nothing but error of j and error of j plus 1. So here in the zeroth index, the value is 19, and in the G1 index, the value is 10. That means in error of 0, the value is 19, and in error of 1, the value is 10. So here comparing 19 and 10, 19 is greater than 10. So it's satisfying the condition. So I have to swap those two. After swapping, so here after swapping, the arrangement is like this: 10, 19, 18, 7, 9 in the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. Now I am incrementing j by 1. So after incrementing, the position of j is at 1 index. So at 1 index, the value is 19. So again I am going to check the condition whether error of j is greater than error of j plus 1 or not. So I am checking. So here in error of j, which is nothing but error of 1, the element is 19, and in error of 2, that is which is nothing but consecutive element, the value is 18. While comparing 19 and 18, 19 is greater than 18, which is satisfying the condition. So I am going to swap those two values. So after swapping, here it looks like. So in one index the value is 18, and in two index the value is 19 after swapping. Now I am incrementing j by 1. So the j moves to position 2, which is nothing but at index 2. Now again I am comparing error of 2 is greater than error of 3 or not. While comparing, 19 is greater than 7. So it is going to satisfy the condition. So when it satisfies the condition, I am going to swap error of j and error of j plus 1, which is nothing but here error of 2 and error of 3. After swapping, here it looks like. So in the second index, the value is 7, and in the third index, the value is 19. So now I again incremented j by 1 and the position of j is at index 3. So in index 3 the value at that particular index is 19 now. So I'm comparing error of 3 and error of 4. So while comparing the at error of 3 the value is 19 and error of 4 the value is 9. So here 19 is greater than 9. It is again satisfying the condition and I'm going to swap those two values 19 and 9. While after swapping the biggest element in this array 19 reaches its position. So you can clearly observe here at fourth index the value is 19. It reaches its position. You can compare with all the elements. Here 19 is largest element than other elements. So in the next iteration it is going to take these values, that is 10, 18, 7, 9, 19 are going to take. So let us consider the next iteration, iteration 1. So in the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 the values are 10, 18, 7, 9, 19 respectively. So again I'm initializing j with 0. So in index 0 the value is 10 and index 1 the value is 18, that is error of j and error of j plus 1 in which these two are consecutive elements. I'm comparing 10 is greater than 18. So it is a false condition. So I'm not going to do anything. So I just simply incremented j by 1. After incrementing j, the value at that particular j, which is nothing but error of 1, is 18 and the consecutive element error of 2 is 7. So while comparing these two, whether error of 1 is greater than error of 2, it is going to satisfy the condition, which is nothing but here 18 is greater than 7. So when the condition is true, I am going to swap those two. What are those two? Error of j and error of j plus 1. Here error of j is error of 1 and error of j plus 1 is error of 2. So after swapping, here it look like in the index 1 the value is 7 and index 2 the value is 18 and I am going to increment j by 1. So the position of j is at 2. At that 2 the value is 18 and the consecutive element at that is not, which is nothing but at position 3 the value is 9. So I am going to compare these two, whether error of j is greater than error of j plus 1 or not. At error of j we know that the value is 18 and error of j plus 1 we know that the value is 9. While comparing 18 and 9, 18 is greater than 9 and it is satisfying the condition. After satisfying the condition, I am going to swap those two values 18 and 9. So after swapping, so the first iteration 1 is completed and 18 reaches its position. So while we can check that the second largest element in this array is 18 after 19. So next we are going to move next iteration and these values are going to take in that iteration. In iteration 2, the elements in the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are 10, 7, 9, 18, 19 respectively. So again I am initializing j with 0. So at the 0 index the value is 10 and the consecutive index, that is at index 1 the value is 7. So again I am going to check the condition whether error of j is greater than error of j plus 1 or not. Here it satisfies the condition, that is 10 is greater than 7. So after when it satisfies the condition, I have to swap those two elements, that is error of 0 and error of 1. So after swapping, at 0th index the value is 7, at 1 index the value is 10 and I incremented j by 1. So after incrementing, the j is at the position 1. So here I have to check the condition whether error of 1 is greater than error of 2 or not. So while comparing 10 is greater than 9 or not, it is true. So when it is true, I am going to swap the elements in that particular indexes. So while after swapping, the iteration 2 is completed. Why? Because the 10 reached its position. which is the third largest element in this array. So these elements are going to be taken in the next iteration. In the iteration 3, the values at the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are 7, 9, 10, 18, 19 respectively. Here again I am initializing j with 0 and going to check the condition whether error of 0 is greater than error of 1 or not. So here the condition is false because 7 is not greater than 9. So when the condition is false, I am not going to change anything. So now the final iteration is completed because 7 and 9 are reaches its position and all the elements reaches its position where 7, 9, 10, 18, 19 are in ascending order. So after sorting, the elements are 7, 9, 10, 18, 19. So now let us see the algorithm for this. Up to now we saw the process. Now we are going to discuss algorithm. In step 1, I am going to start. In step 2, I am reading error of with size 20 and the size variable. In step 3, I am going to read the elements in error of 20. In step 4, I am initializing I with 0. In step 5, I am checking the condition whether I less than size minus 1 or not. If it is true, I am going to step 6 where j is initialized with 0. Then after I am moving to step 7, I am going to check the condition if j less than size minus of I plus 1 or not. If it is true, I am going to 8th step, which is nothing but it is again going to check the condition if error of j is greater than error of j plus 1 or not. If it is true, I am going to swap error of j and error of j plus 1. If it false, I am moving to directly step 10 where j is incremented by 1. Then I am going back to step 7 and again going to check the condition whether j less than size minus of I plus 1 or not until and unless the condition fails. If it fails, I move into step 11 where step 11 is nothing but incrementation of I by 1 and again moving back to the step 5 where it is again going to check the condition whether I less than size minus 1 or not. It's going to check the condition until and unless the condition fails. Once it fails, it moves to step 12 where it is going to print elements in after sorting. And again I'm moving to step 13 which is nothing but stop. Here why in step 7 we can observe that I check the condition j less than size minus of I plus 1 or not. Here we can clearly observe in the previous iterations. In the iteration 0, I incremented j up to the third index. In the iteration 1, I incremented up j up to second index. In the iteration 2, I incremented j up to 1 and in the iteration 3, I didn't incremented j. So for that particular condition, this is satisfying the condition. So that's why I took the condition j less than size minus of I plus 1 or not. So let us see the program for this. Here is that program regarding the bubble sort technique. Have a look on it. Let us execute this program. So here is the program. So I am going to run this program. While running, it is asking enter size of the array. I entered 5 and enter the elements of the array. I am entering 2, 6, 1, 8, 0 and it printed after sorting elements are 0, 1, 2, 6, 8. So thanks for watching. If you have any doubts regarding any concepts, let us know through comments. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.